Hello, hello. I'm Camden Walker for the Capital Weather Gang. We've got some rain chances to dodge this week, especially late Tuesday into Wednesday, and then perhaps a couple more before the week is out. But the main batch we're watching is for late Tuesday into Wednesday, and a cool air regime kind of comes with it, maybe some breezes too, for most of the day on Wednesday. So we'll keep you posted, of course, at cwg.live, and this is our holiday sunset live Q&A chat. Holiday Monday edition, like we'll do again, maybe I think on Labor Day is our next Holiday Monday, but otherwise, weekly Sunday Sunset Chat. Again, I'm Cameron Walker. We have the animation below of the precipitation patterns this week. I think we'll make it dry most of tomorrow, but showers do start coming in, especially maybe steadier rain Tuesday night and early Wednesday into Wednesday morning. We could see some downpours, maybe even some thunderstorms midday on Wednesday. But then hopefully that we get behind us, even though it's welcome rain chances. It's cloudy Wednesday. It's cool in the 60s, a little bit breezy. So I just want you to expect, even though it's welcome rain chances, it's going to be something kind of we need to dodge a little bit. If you have any sort of outdoor plans, maybe add a couple minutes onto your commute. It looks a little messy at times, but the good news is kind of late Wednesday night and early Thursday, we clear out a little bit, but still some showers and storms around over the coming days, despite Thursday onward an increase in sunshine and some temperatures do go up as well, and a decrease in the breezes as well. Rain amounts over the next 7 days, the bulk of which, the inch to inch and a half for many of us, that is going to fall Tuesday night into Wednesday night. Hi, Karen. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. David, hello. Good to see you as well. Laura, yes, indeed, we are making up for lost time on some of the rain. The drought is doing better. We'll cover that in just a moment. Rick has enjoyed the last few days. Love that on Facebook. Thanks so much. And Karen, also like Laura, let's go ahead and touch base on the drought situation, which has improved. I posted this yesterday on cwg.live, more details than what I'm about to give you, but the bulk good news is we've had a one category improvement from severe drought to merely moderate drought in the lighter oranges for much of the region, and even yellow is technically out of drought and merely abnormally dry. Still a rain deficit there, but fewer impacts hydrologically and agriculturally in those regions. The soil moisture for kind of the top 3 feet of soil, not quite as good as a week ago, but more damp, surplus wetness spots than we had, several weeks ago. So we're still doing okay in the shorter term rains. The soil showing up in the topsoil layer. Below that is it's still a little bit dry in parts of the region, and there are a few dry spots. If you look carefully, there's some spots that have gotten a little bit dry since a lot of green a week ago. But overall, we're doing okay. Precipitation for looking ahead into the medium term for next work week, 8 to 14 days out or so. Not a clear signal either way, above or below average, and temperatures, while we're here talking about the medium term, are probably going to be above average for next work week. All right, let's animate the clouds so you can see how it behaves this week. Wednesdays are, if not obvious already, with high rain chances on Wednesday. Maybe even some steady rain and downpours, even a couple rumbles of thunder. That's our cloudiest day this week, but peaks of sunshine through hopefully at least early afternoon tomorrow on Tuesday. Kind of mix of sun and clouds Tuesday, mix and sun of clouds on Thursday. And then hopefully we trend kind of more sun than clouds on Friday and into the weekend. All right. Laura is asking for an allergy check. Let us check that really quick. I did details yesterday, I think, or two, no, excuse me, 2 days ago at cwg.live, but pollen is still moderate for trees in the latest reading. Luckily, we're past peak, but still it's bothersome. It's around. And grasses are still kind of bouncing around near peak, but I don't think we're past peak on the grasses. Still have a few weeks left in the grass pollen season. This is the most bothersome this time of year, and currently, grass pollen I think is still high for locally inside the Beltway around the DC region. Mold is getting kind of moderately high, a little ahead of itself, and then weeds are even showing a little bit on the report in a low amount, but still Peak for weeds is typically late summer and early fall, so we'll keep you posted on that. Temperatures this week kind of cool. Hopefully near, maybe just above 70 tomorrow, but I think a lot of us could be stuck in the 60s, especially southwest of town where it could rain even tomorrow morning. But Wednesday's the coolest, breeziest, and rainiest day. Temperatures stuck in the 60s, very likely for the region, and then hopefully back into the 70s for Thursday into the weekend as well. All right, we've got David wanting to get the drought done. We're getting a little better. And Ruth Elisa, hello. April, field day on Wednesday is going to be tricky. Please consider making a backup plan B. But if you have time to watch at CWG.live as we get closer, keep watching. But rain is pretty likely, especially morning into midday hours on Wednesday. Happy Memorial Day, Ruth Elisa. And Julia, I had a good weekend. I hope you did as well. And Amy, yes, my rain dance is working for rain in the region. We have lots of rain. Like, let me get some fireworks going. Maybe does this even work? Oh, confetti for rain. There we go. And then Todd is glad that we had no 90s this week, but it is a matter of time. It's coming sooner than later. Indeed. And Ruth Elisa, indeed, you're welcome. Uh, Pollen and molds. Julia, if you missed the report, I'll go into that again in a minute. But here we go. Let's do it one more time. Trees are medium, moderate, and past peak. Luckily, they'll continue to decline into the summer. Grass is not past peak just yet, high and maybe getting higher going into the next few weeks. Mold is also, I did details a couple days ago on Saturday, I believe at CWG.live. I did a detailed report, but you'll see there how mold is getting a little ahead of itself, moderately high, if not high as well, and weeds are even on the radar. The pollen radar showing low, which is a little high for this time of year, but typically the peak for weed pollen is late summer and early fall. All right, dew point scale. I'll put that up while I take a couple more questions and comments just to kind of give you heads up. 60 to 65-degree dew points, kind of moist, becoming unpleasant, possible on Wednesday and Thursday. But overall temperatures are, as you can see in the forecast at a glance above the hat here, generally temperatures are under control this week. Decently, temperate, mild regime. But I think that Wednesday is cool, breezy, damp, very wet. So it will not be an ideal day on Wednesday for outdoor plans. Or I think Amy was talking about earlier, field day might need to have a plan B or indoor plan. Hi, Liz. Thank you so much for tuning in. Karen, good to see you. I hope you enjoyed beach time this weekend. I heard it was decent at the beaches. I'm jealous for those of you who made it to the beach. And let's see. Paul, indeed, there is some decent soil moisture in the region. We can look at that in a little while again. And hello, Patty. And Scott, good to see you. And David and Steve, good to see you. And Culpeper. And Eric, let's see. I'm glad to report the drought is doing better. And Smitty on X, good to see you. Good evening to you as well. And Karen wants sandals weather. And Alan, we've had some nice days. We do generally need to average it out around here with some rain, especially Tuesday night into Wednesday evening, it looks like. And Laura is with Karen and Paul. Weather improves a little bit by the time we get to Friday, so that is good news for your plans on Friday. As seen a little in Tim's and Geek and CMC and One Gray, good to see you on Instagram. And Claire, I think mosquitoes are getting going with some of the rain and warmer temperatures later this week. I would not be surprised. I personally, I get bitten 11 months of the year around DC, but mosquitoes I think are going to enjoy spawning more in some of these pools of water that are going to form on Wednesday into Wednesday night. All right, Kenny wants the water. Good to see you on Instagram as well. And thank you everyone for tuning in on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and X, and at CWG.live. We're live on 5 platforms tonight. Holiday Monday edition. Happy Memorial Day. I'm Camden Walker for the Capital Weather Gang. Anytime you need us, we're at CWG.live. And Aaron Bullock in Virginia and A. Roman, thank you so much for tuning in as well. All right, let's keep going through some of these details just to show you thunderstorms are possible in the mix on Wednesday, maybe even to Wednesday nights. We could see some rumbles of thunder with a couple of downpours coming into the picture as well. Hopefully, this is the closest to the region we get just an ever so slight chance of flooding downpours. A little too much rain too quickly late Tuesday night into very early Wednesday. And maybe the rain intensity does let up just enough, as we expect, hopefully, Wednesday afternoon to keep flooding concerns at bay. But we'll keep an eye on this for you as we see some heavier rain heading in late Tuesday night into early Wednesday, and then the threat of some everyday strength thunderstorms. Nothing strong or severe at the moment expected for Wednesday. And we'll keep a small eye for a couple strong storms, maybe late Thursday into early Friday as well. We'll see if that develops later this week as well. But in the meantime, plenty of bits of precipitation to dodge this week. We are highlighting Wednesday as very wet. Downpours possible, thunder possible, and it is going to be a good soaker. Inch and a half of rain over much of the region. This is what's expected to fall over the next 7 days, and the bulk of the rain is expected between Tuesday night and Wednesday evening, it looks like. And I would even think, as we've indicated in our forecast at the very top here at cwg.live, you'll find details on how we think precipitation will be just showery in nature Tuesday afternoon, slowly moving in. Maybe a little more steady waves of heavier, moderate showers. Let's say Tuesday night, maybe early Wednesday, we start seeing a downpour or two going into midday, rumbles of thunder with a couple more downpours. But there's a chance Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, things taper just a little bit. Not guaranteed just yet, but there's a chance we can focus much of the rain on Tuesday night and early Wednesday, like Wednesday morning, and be done with the bulk of it. But we don't want it, but so concentrated. If we're talking an inch, maybe 2 inches of rain, we don't want it to fall too quickly, too heavily. So we'll just keep a small eye on this slight green shaded chance for some flooding downpours in the region, especially southwest of town. And yes, a couple of rumbles of everyday strength thunderstorms possible on Wednesday as well. Clouds follow suit, increasing tomorrow ahead of the potential shower chance as we get later into the afternoon on tomorrow, Tuesday. And then clouds stick around for sure on Wednesday, our wettest, coolest, breeziest day of the week. And then we start seeing some more peaks of sun, hopefully by Thursday afternoon. A little sunnier, another step forward in the sunshine levels on Friday and into the weekend as well. And temperatures, as I've been indicating, probably near or just above 70 tomorrow. I think a lot of the region could be in the 60s tomorrow, depending on the exact timing of clouds and rain as it moves in from, I think, the southwest into town. But 60s are pretty much guaranteed for Wednesday, excuse me. Wet, cool, breezy day on Wednesday in the 60s, it looks like. And then a little warmer again on Thursday, Friday, into the weekend. As rain chances decrease and clouds decrease, we should see warmer temperatures built back in for Thursday into the weekend. And dew point scale, Wednesday, Thursday might be the stickiest, most humid days of the week, but not too bad. In the 60 to 65 degree range, as you can see, kind of moist, becoming unpleasant. So not terribly bad just yet. All right, let's show you the precipitation animation for the week below, just so you can see the main focus is Tuesday night into Wednesday. And we'll take some questions and comments. I'm on the air another 6-7 minutes or so. I'm Cameron Walker for the Capital Weather Gang, our holiday Sunset Live Q&A. Since it's Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day, we do a holiday edition for our weekly sunset chat instead of Sunday sunset chat, as it is most weeks of the year. It's a Monday today. All right, so the weekend looks pretty okay, Dave. Limited rain chances and greater sunshine. Liz, you're most welcome. You have a good week as well. Karen, that's most kind. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. And Lewis is loving the outdoor weather, working outdoors last couple weeks. Excellent. And David, loving the later sunsets. Indeed, we are heading later and later. Past 8:30 is coming soon. And Patty's asking for the drought map. No problem. Let's check on how drought is still around, but doing a bit better. We've improved over much of the kind of western half of Virginia, the greater I-81 corridor. By one category, it's gone from severe drought to merely moderate drought in these lighter oranges. Still a little bit of a dot there of severe drought, the darker orange there, kind of closer to Baltimore, just north of Baltimore, toward the Mason-Dixon line, the border of Pennsylvania. And the yellow indicates out of drought technically, but still abnormally dry. Still could teeter back into droughts if things are dry over the next week or two. Soil moisture is more reflective of near-term conditions. Couple drier spots compared to a week earlier, and I try and update this every weekend on cwg.live in case you're interested in details, but still short term, pretty good. You probably most gardeners, most farmers not having too many watering difficulties out there just yet. But of course, drought affects soil levels below 3 feet sometimes, the water table. So longer term hydrological and agricultural issues can develop. So that's why we watch drought, particularly in the summer when evapotranspiration needs are the highest throughout the year, and the sun is the highest as well. Rainfall deficits still 3, 5 inches in much of the region just to make up for just the last 6 months of rainfall deficits in the region. And let's look ahead to temperatures in the next work week, 8 to 14 days out. Uh, Pretty good chance of above average temperatures, and precipitation not as clear signal either way, below average or above average. No clear signal just yet. So it's worth watching moisture patterns coming for next work week as well. All right, we've got temperature slideshow to animate this week, kind of briefly cooler, especially Wednesday, before we warm back up into the 70s Thursday and into the weekend. Tenley Town Sunsets, thanks for tuning in on Instagram. Kay at SVB, Christina, Lillian, Bonzo, Indy, Flying Cloud, Ashley, good to see you. Let me make sure I've caught up on all questions and comments that I've seen. Feel free to repeat things if I have missed anything from you. Claire, you're most welcome. Indeed, only a matter of time. And Pear and Jayshu, good to see you. And let's see. Lewis is nothing in the Atlantic tropics just yet, but there is a disturbance in the eastern Pacific that has a high likelihood of developing over the next 48 hours, I want to say, but staying out to sea. Well, southwest of Mexico in the eastern Pacific. Let's see. Latest sunset is just after June 21st, I believe, David, due to atmospheric refraction. I used to have this memorized, but I think it's 8:47 p.m. I, of course, will get that right as we get closer into into the summer solstice. And Scott, most kind, thanks for tuning on YouTube. And Patty, good to see you. And David, and I think I've caught up on all the questions and comments on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and the blog at cwg.live. We're live on five right now, five of our channels. And weather dude, excellent birthday weather. Happy birthday. Let's see, did I figure out confetti? Let's do confetti for you. Yes, happy birthday to weather dude golf guy on Instagram. And Rob, kind words. Thank you for that. And let's see, cool temps should give way to warmer temperatures starting Thursday into the weekend. We start warming up in this animation below. You can see the temperatures cool tomorrow and especially Wednesday, but we do get warmer into the weekend. And if you're looking for warmer into next work week as well, there's a good signal here for above average temperatures for next work week as well in the 8 days onward period into next work week. All right, on the air another 2 minutes or so. Precipitation animated below here for the next several days through the weekend. Main focus is very damp Tuesday night into Wednesday, but there are showers and storms occasionally around this week. Just most disruptive to outdoor plans like field day. We had a field day person. I think it was Amy had field day on Wednesday, so we need to watch plans like that for the day on Wednesday. Emily, I don't think it's a complete washout on Wednesday. Great question on Instagram, but enough of a steady rain and downpour threat for the morning into midday hours. Even if it does taper into Wednesday afternoon, I think there'll still be a decent amount of, pools of water. Some mud might be around if you've got, for instance, like a field day. Erica, Jem, thank you for tuning in. Lady and Jill, good to see you. And Amy and Dave, most kind, thanks so much. And Janet, pollen is going to do better late tomorrow into Wednesday as the rain chances arrive. But going into this week, we have had moderately high tree pollen still as it declines, seasonally declining as we get into summer. Pollen and for the grasses is not done with us yet. Typically, we're hitting that peak soon, the next couple weeks or so. But the rain out, the washout should help us Tuesday night into Wednesday. That is one benefit of some of these heavy rains, an inch, inch and a half over the next 7 days, particularly focused, and bulk of this is going to fall Tuesday night into Wednesday. Slight flooding concerns, mainly sticking to points southwest and south of town. uh, approaching the region, but I think we'll be okay as it looks now in the immediate DC area for Wednesday. And everyday strength thunderstorms expected, maybe rumbles of thunder included in the steadier waves of rain on Wednesday as well. Clouds, especially Wednesday, are starting to move in tomorrow, slowly exiting on Thursday. And then a little bit more sun as we get into the end of the week and into the weekend. What else do I have for you? We've got clouds that we're talking about, especially Wednesday. Temperatures are cool because of a lot of cloud cover and rain, especially on Wednesday. That's our coolest, breeziest day of the week, stuck in the 60s. A little bit of stickiness comes with this rain chance Wednesday and maybe into Thursday. Kind of moist, becoming unpleasant in the 60 to 65 degree dew point range, at hopefully at worst. And let's see, we've got drought we've talked about. That's improved a little bit in the region. Still got to work on that one severe drought spot north of Baltimore, but things have generally been improving in the region. Soil moisture is cooperating for kind of short and medium term plans, but we want to watch that. Since next work week, beyond 8 days, is looking like unclear signal whether we're below or above average. And our precipitation and temperatures could bake the soil a little bit if they are signaling being above average for next work week overall. All right. Let's see. I will put up, let's see, one more time the precipitation animation. Check on my last comments here. David, not too muggy and gross this week, but a little bit sticky, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. And David's glad for the rain. And Tom, Wednesday night, I wouldn't call a washout if you have an outdoor concert. Give it a chance. I think rain could decrease a little bit later Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening. But stay tuned to CWG.live as we get closer. There are some mixed signals and uncertainties on when the rain exits on Wednesday into Wednesday evening. But field day on Wednesday morning looks like a bad idea to my school folks. So good to see you, Gio on YouTube, and Lisa and Paul. Thank you very much, and Pooj and Ryan and Auntie and Phil and Lentils and Rooney and hello, Jay and Meg. Thank you very much for tuning in on Instagram. I think I've caught up on all of our questions and comments on all of our 5 channels tonight. I'll see you on Sunday for our weekly Sunday Sunset Chat in just 6 days. Happy Memorial Day, everyone, and have a good week. Carry that umbrella later tomorrow, especially into Wednesday as well. All right, bye for now and see you in 6 days. Cheers.